Don't. This is actually the WBPLeague, by the way. First ban will be a Thatcher, which is becoming more and more common as you'll. And Thatcher significantly hinders the attack of denying that, as it will be much more difficult to clear out ADSs and Wamai discs. And then a Capitao as well, because he can easily deny any defender holding position that can be shot from his arrow. And then the final ban coming for Allegiance. Maybe looking at a Mira. Yep, Mira ban, very typical. Rarely see her played nowadays. She's just banned so often on maps such as Cafe, which is very important because there's just so many good places you can put a Mira and take hold. Gonna be starting on the reading and fireplace hall defense, and also bringing a castle. Could be an upstairs roam setup to delay the attack. And on the attack, you only have two denial ops for utilities, Zofia and Ash, since Buck has recently lost his grenades. So it'll be difficult clearing out any shields and the castle barricades that'll be played. Actually, no shields brought this time.
Window secure. Deploying
They're bringing one part of the Monty Mute combo with the, but that, yep.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And will prevent breach charges from destroying castle barricades if placed near one. So that'll definitely help the defense keep these castle barricades up. As you see that being placed down. Definitely roaming upstairs, lots of utility coming out at the top. So now the attack setting up on the northwest side.
Changing mag. Blast area. Reload.
The entry fragger already dead. Doesn't affect too much, but she also has some of that utility to get these castles, which will significantly delay the attack. First breach charge coming out, and it'll be successful as there's no Mew on that castle. And that's the first one gone from the defense. Still two more that they can use. They're gonna have to clear out these upstairs roamers. And there goes two of them with the Zofia. Pushes back the castle down the white stairs. It's down to a 3v4. They've already cleared upstairs, and they have a minute and a half to apply pressure from above. Yep, they're up a man. It seems like the defense has shifted over to terrain as above the site is being taken. A plant can easily be placed down in reading right now as there's no pressure placed down. One kill comes out from the buff. Looks like they're going to be setting for the reading plant as the IQ will watch from above. They have rotated one into reading, by the way, though. Yeah, Castle could deny the plant. And there's the final pick. Yeah, with that intel, just the standard position as well for the plant. But it will be successful for the attack of Team Surkz. And now the defensive allegiance will be shifting over to the more common bar and cocktail. Still bringing a relatively similar set. As they're going to bring the Kai to deny opening of the walls. But actually not going to bring the castle or the mute, common staples in the 20-second meta.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have located the bomb.
They are bringing a shield, two shields this time, and they'll line the smoke. One will be placed onto Pixel.
5 seconds to insertion.
Well, that's a bold strat.
Attackers objective.
It's still fairly new. Gonna be putting a rotate on the near side of that freezer wall. Can be seen from the skylight if someone's watching that. So it could be dangerous. Tackle, rappelling up the north side. Buck will open the hatches. But Zofia will drop, as Sneaky will look for an opening pick. They're journeying out stage in the meantime.
Up and ready for elevation.
Target activated.
Second floor. Special charge! Stay clear!
Who's also roaming on the second floor and reading.
Target online.
And will actually enter the freezer now. IQ also taking control as Jackal pushes first floor. The attackers have a person on every floor. Some pre-fires coming out as the attack pushes into Cigar Lounge.
Reload. Give me 25 turret. I'll see it. Target online.
Yeah, went over the... Yeah, from the white stairs angle, it's just so, so good for that pixel spot. You need to fall off of that if you have any expectation. And the smoke misses. The smoke only gets in a freezer. It's not damaging the...
Eyes on the diffuser. Attackers need to protect them. bomb has been located.
Yep. Me covering the plant perfectly gets the 2K. Yeah, the clears are just too good. The previous round, they only lost one in
Attackers
their
need to locate and defuse bombs.
push onto the. They need to look for some opening pick, which they actually did last round, but then gave it away early as the Kaid was picked off in a row.
Bomb located by attackers.
Magnet set.
Electroball active. Defense is up.
Yep, they did lose the. Yeah, they did lose the
10
Sophia.
seconds left. 5 seconds remaining.
It doesn't look like
Attackers are
they're
heading out to
gonna
defuse the bomb.
change much on this defense. They probably just expected that they lost their gunfight. The only thing, Kaid's starting his roam and VIP downstairs.
Deploying
Now in
ADS.
code check.
Swapping mag.
Attackers have located a bomb.
IQ will point out gadgets for the team and where they're getting close. Buck will open up the hatches and the drone will come out. And even the first ping by Jackal
Magnet on.
as Jaeger will be spotted. Still has one more ping on him.
Reloading.
Yeah, he will be picked off. The Jackal just holding his rotate up white stairs and gets the easy pick off of those Jackal skins.
50. Bomb located. Found one. Third floor.
Yep, the piano wall being open. They're now gonna be burning the ADS. They tried to get the shield, but that was also picked off. Meanwhile, kills come from elsewhere. Smoke's still in bathroom. Sophia will be pushed from the window Smoke will be pushed from the window and from Pixel.
Down him.
They're gonna be opening freezer in the meantime, and Smoke has been pinched in bathroom. He's gonna have to get a pick off here, or rely on lack of intel. And yep. Easy round for me as he gets the final two, the last one being in Cocktail Lounge. And that'll put them up 3-0 on the attacking side, as Cafe is usually defender side, obviously cementing their just dominance on the clearing. They are going to be moving over to the. Seems like they're putting a lot more roaming presence as they're picking the Vigil, the Legion, and the Castle. And no anti-hard breach, which
Attackers
could
need
cost
to
them,
locate and defuse bombs.
as Benjay still is bringing the.
Oh, 3 and 4. Impact. AD is active in the sector.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left.
Razor wire is deployed.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Payload signal planted. I need to reload. Impact out.
And well, am I gonna be playing in bakery? Gonna be using those. Yep. And it looks like no, it wasn't Jaeger on red.
Claymore deployed. RED active. Sweeping perimeter.
Attackers have located a bomb.
They do have the ping shown on the roamer and reading. The ping's coming out onto him. Oh, and with the reload, Vigil will get the advantage. But will be fragged by Jaeger. Vigil does get the pick onto Sneaky, the Zofia. I don't think your audio is going through. They said I was solo casting.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Looks like the attack will be directly in the meantime, even though it's a 2v5 situation with a minute left. And hardly any map controls cemented. As you see, all of those barricades have been... They're gonna be opening the bakery door in the meantime. Well, my falls back off of bakery. But the Jaeger took his place in the meantime. Still gonna be challenging that. IQ pushes in, they get the frag on the Jaeger. 2 in bakery as Legion flanks by Red Stair. Actually, Harry Potter currently.
10 seconds left.
The flashes come out, and they'll be picked off accordingly as both Vigil and the Wamai hold each other's crossfires. As the intel will ring support. Okay, so now they'll be moving on to reading after getting their first win in kitchen. It hasn't been successful prior to this.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Camera in position.
They are gonna still bring a lot of roaming present as they bring the castle, the mute for the 20-second,
Stop worrying about grenades.
as well as the Legion to give it.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Gonna be doing a very similar setup, it looks like, as both the freezer wall and the bathroom walls. Last time they just lost to an organized push brought on by intel by the attack.
5 seconds to go. Attacker's objective is to defuse the bomb.
Jump forward. ATS up and running. Activating jammer!
Okay, the attack still pushing from the same side as they go from the center tunnel. It will be a full clear of upstairs.
Stay sharp.
But we'll get the hatches and quickly, most of the attack will drone. No active intel will be given to the attackers as they just try to check to see how the Sophia will first get the Legion goo mine before opening that castle. Gonna use both breach charges here to open the castle barricades and apply
A
pressure.
bomb has been located.
Down be shot, so she had to use one of her impacts in the meantime. Buck, in the meanwhile, has pushed on to Cigar back, looking for the entry. As Sneaky pushed down to White Stairs, but got immediately shot by the Valkyrie. Still getting intel on the new. Oh, Valkyrie from below. The Lion scan will go out and Jaeger drops down the hatch. IQ gets one by the White Stairs Hall, and the defenders will finally fall back as the attack has taken control of upstairs, and now will apply pressure on a side. Buck in cocktail lounge opening all the holes, and Nitro will come out, but he gets shot from above. The mute is down and launch, but the attack doesn't seem to know. Thermite sees the one on pillar stairs, gets the frag, and they'll be up a man. And then he will drop. Lion scan comes out, he pushes, but will find a Legion goo mine in his foot. Still two people in reading that they have to. As Mute was resurrected in the meantime by a teammate. Valkyrie gets one, and then Mute gets one. Valkyrie will be refragged from Buck using
15
the
seconds left.
at the bottom of dining. Buck
10
looks,
seconds
or
left.
Thermite going for a plan, and dining will be covered by the Bucks. Still two more
5 seconds.
defense remains.
Attack.
One Buck will get the Jaeger and reading all of them. It'll be a 2v1. Final one was last seen above, and there's the final frag as Thermite takes the round by getting the mute. So that was a close one there for the defense as the aggression seemed to work out. They'll be moving over to, or actually they'll be staying at the same site of reading this time. Bringing all of the same stuff. I guess they just think that they just lost their gunfights there,
Attackers
which
need
could
to
have definitely
locate
been the
and defuse
case. They
bombs.
did delay the attack to 1:15 seconds on that upstairs, so it was mildly successful. So far, the major factor is just me getting all the entry kills, as well as closing out the rounds for the attack, and Jackal getting his own play as well.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds remaining.
Valkyrie gonna be going down the red stairs. Didn't seem to put a
Attackers
cam
must locate.
by the new Valk this time, so we'll be barricading train. Can't even hear me? No, I think they can't hear you. Huh. Well, then nobody's getting heard. That's...
Deploying drone.
But does it... Oh no.
Attackers have located.
the opening pick as he realized Zofia shot every round from the same point, so he just swung on that when he opened this time. The flank coming from the Legion will not be successful if the IQ will the IQ still looking down the bar, trying to pressure the one in cocktail. A minute 20 remaining. Defense have done a fairly good job to this part, delaying the attack. They have gotten open the freezer. Okay, the Jaeger in a tough position. Meat will get the refrag attempted to come out on white stairs, but Legion will push back. 2 people in reading. Now, as Buck will submit his pressure from above, but they do not have the Zofia this time to use her breach charge. So they will be limited on how much they can open up. One is playing by the pillar side, so you can get a pick on anyone that pushes balcony, and Nitro will come out, but it will be unsuccessful in finding much on the attack. Thermite gets a kill on the flank. Jackal this time will rotate to the window. Legion gets the refrag onto Thermite. IQ will also drop down. Does not find the Legion. There's the pick on Jackal as he pushes into dining room. The defuse will be coming down to reading. 3v1 versus the final player. And the frag will come out as Jackal will find his second of the round. And that'll be a 5-1 split for Surkz as their attack was brought on by intel, and they did a pretty good job of clearing out defender gadgets. So the defense of Surkz will first be going to bar and cocktail, as they're bringing the Mozzie instead. They're bringing.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Oh, but they're not bringing the mute. They're bringing the Mozzie instead. But they are bringing the. Oh, I don't know what Kaid was using. I was gonna say they're bringing 2 ACOGs, but he could be using the AUG instead. Ew. That's an interesting wall that they're electing to use the electric bomb, the one that's facing Pixel. But I'm pretty sure they're also getting the wall, the freezer wall.
5 seconds left.
You'll see Doc and Piano. Looks like he might be spawn peeking.
Defuse a bomb.
It rotates on the back side of freezer, much different than the Allegiance had put it. Doc still spawn peeking from Piano, but doesn't find anything. Somewhere set up to the other side. They have a shield and picks. They have the Kaid. They also brought the smoke too for plant denial, which had failed actually on the other side, as the smoke was not able to find the throw to deny the plant. Doc shooting the first row. Piano repel. Get intel and then the shot onto Hawk. In the meantime, Modelo finds Bone on Rome. They will be putting gridlock tracks and a flame arm red stairs to prevent anyone from flanking. Doesn't look like they want to spend too much time on the roamers, but there is one that's going to be playing by the dining room side. The Thermite will be opening the piano wall. In the meantime, that'll help them of clearing out the pixel angle. Doc's still playing the pixel angle. A minute and a half still left in the round. They're getting the barbed wire currently. They don't have much to get Doc out of pixel. as the Zofia does still have the 2 stuns and 2 impacts, but nobody else has anything to clear him out, except to maybe bring me again. Here comes the stuns right now. They did get the shield. Doc will be stuck in Pixel as they pinned him down as the shield's gone. Minute 5 seconds left in the round. Modelo will want to get the Doc clearing that side out. Smoke will be playing this close and going back. Tack doesn't want to spend too much time. Mozzie's also on white stairs to assist Smoke and get this crossfire. He will get one, pushing from PM. The IQ, it seems like the last of the attackers still pushing from Cigar Lounge as
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Shiver
I'm reloading.
gets one on Heaven, one in Freezer. Final one by the bar. He gets a nitro on, but he will be pinched from both sides.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Exy in Cocktail Lounge still trying to push him out. Meepin still stuck in Freezer though. They know where he is, but
15.
Meep will be getting the pings onto the attack, but will finally be pinned as from both sides. They had pinned him in. They had cleared the Freezer, and thus Mozzie had to have pushed out into, and he gets the final kill of the round. So it will now be back to a 5-2 as one of Surkz players has left the game.
think we're ready to get back. Okay, we are back on stream here after the rehost.
And
I'm pretty
hopefully
sure I
we
got-
also fix the mic issue.
Wait, what? Oh my god. That's tough. We'll be back again. Okay, we are back for another time here. Third time's a charm, you know what they say.
Team Surkz leading currently 5-2, but Allegiance gained their first attack.
So still is comeback season here. Now it's
They
both
will
cast and-
attempt bar and cocktail lounge again.
And that didn't turn out too well last time for them, so they can get this. Switching to a Cav. Now, Cav's not a too often pick in the competitive scene. A Mozzie for a Cav's actually a horrible 6 pick in my opinion.
Defenders,
Yeah,
protect
definitely
your
for
bombs from
competitive
being
play,
defused
but
by
if they
attackers.
are trying to get the first pick on the roam, it could definitely be used as well as potentially using that for an interrogation to give your team to itself. But
So-
personally, she doesn't bring any more to the team except aiding her own roaming ability.
DCS deployed and ready to go.
So basically,
In the wall!
they have no anti-drone ops trading the Mozzie. That was, I'm going to say that's an interesting 6 pick that I've never
We have
seen.
no mute being played.
So this team doesn't know the current meta of the game.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Dog's coming for a spawn peek again, but this time onto the north spawn. And he might see one here in a second. They're being very cautious, but he gets 2! Dog with 2!
2 off the
Hits him with a good night.
onto the
But can't smell good night the first time.
Changing mag.
Yes.
Looks like there's some toxicity in chat. I will say, this Surkz is...
and the IQ. The IQ could have, actually there's no Val cams in place. It's not that important, but the Zofia has that devastating like, gadgets using her impacts, which could be dangerous for the attack.
Make my soul.
Those are 2 very
Attacker's bomb diffuser
game
has been
change
dropped.
ops of guns,
Attackers have
I should
recovered.
say,
Sure
unlike
you
other...
switched it back to the stream?
Yeah,
Okay.
is it not showing?
Yeah, but we're also only like a minute or...
We're 3 minutes behind.
Thermite will
We'll
get the
get
piano
one.
wall.
Yeah.
That'll put some pressure onto Pixel, but it'll only be Thermite to challenge the dog here. Jaeger will be rotating up white stairs as they force a guard push.
Looks like Doc's trying to get this ace here.
Indeed. Being very aggressive, the ADSs meanwhile taking out all those stun nades.
They're going to throw a nade to him. He doesn't see the
Yeah.
guy prone.
And the nade will come through, gain the shield, and will pin Doc in the corner.
He gets another. Ooh, goes for the quad, but misses. Smoke's here to get the refrag, but doesn't pick anything up. Playing very close with the shotgun.
Yep, the attackers will only have these last 2 lives to push on to the defense, which the defense is being very conservative here. Just holding tight, not trying to give anything away. The pings do come out on Valkyrie, who's deep in the cocktail lounge, but the attack is getting nothing done. Smoke still holding close by bathroom, and also being held from white. The first smoke canister will be thrown,
Hanging net.
and he will be able to delay from that for the rest of the round.
15 seconds to go.
15 seconds, and it looks like Jaeger's shooting some. Cav with the kill. Say, this Cav's the weirdest pick I've ever seen. And Smoke with the last pick, putting them on to match point. That was an interesting round. Without that dock, they probably would have been a lot closer. Was it a flawless round or a nearly flawless round?
I think I'm quiet, so they're saying turn the game.
Wait, that's tough.
or turn me.
I can't edit any of that right now.
Okay. It'll be 6-2 for Surkz, as they'll be attempting kitchen.
Attackers need
All
to
they have
locate
to
and
do is
defuse
lock
as
up
many
one of
bombs
these
as they can.
defenses, and they will pick up the win this week in WBPL. They are going to be bringing the castle and the mute this time as well. The castle was also brought by Allegiance. The mute brought for drone denial, which is very key in the current meta. Putting one of those castles on the window, that'll limit one of the angles that the attackers will be able to hold from prep.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds to go.
This is a interesting setup. I'm seeing new stuff.
Attackers must locate
Yep.
and defuse a bomb.
It looks like they're setting up for a bakery or someone to hold in bakery with that castle barricade on that one door.
Goes for a spawn peek, but gets down.
Yeah, the
No
gridlock
one-
doesn't know that she's down.
Getting res
And they
though.
will, yep, they will be able to get the revive.
That's still only 20 HP, and that's not a lot.